Welcome to Dirt Diaries, the podcast where the women of agriculture get real. From muddy boots to boardrooms, we're digging into the unfiltered stories of the FarmHers, ranchers, and every her shaping the future of ag. This isn't just shop talk, it's real talk. We're covering career paths, big wins, hard lessons, and everything in between. So whether you live it every day or you're just ag curious, pop in your earbuds and get ready. These are the raw, inspiring, and wildly relatable conversations you won't hear anywhere else. Let's dig in. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dirt Diaries. Today I've got not one, but two powerhouse guests joining me, Annaliese and Courtney, better known as Ag's most okayest farm girls. If you've ever scrolled through rural social media and tuned into their podcast, then you know these two have created a space that feels like pulling up a chair at your best friend's kitchen table. Annaliese is a Wisconsin dairy farmer. Courtney is a cattlewoman with a heart for rural storytelling. And together, they've built a platform where women in ag can laugh, vent, and feel a little less alone. In our conversation, we talk about everything from mom life and side hustles to mental health and family dynamics on the farm. We also dive into how they started their podcast and what it's like to share their lives online and the pride that comes with embracing the okayest parts of this agriculture lifestyle. They're relatable, they're hilarious, and they're reminding us that it's okay to not have it all figured out. So let's do it. Let's get dirty with Annaliese and Courtney. Well, welcome to this episode of Dirt Diaries live from Farm Progress. Well, it won't be live when people watch this, but we're live.
We're live right now.
We're live right now in Decatur, Illinois. I know you all are jealous. Well, with that said, this is a great episode because I have these lovely ladies next to me. So tell our viewers who you guys are.
Well, we are Egg's most okayest farm girls. I feel like you should say it because everybody always teases me about the way I say egg.
She
It sounds like egg.
Egg.
Egg,
Most
like an egg. I can't.
egg. You're like,
Eggs. I can't.
You're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are Egg's most okayest farm girls.
Not self-conscious.
Yeah. I'm Annaliese. I am a dairy farmer and blogger from Wisconsin.
I'm Courtney. I'm also from Wisconsin. I raise Texas Longhorn cattle, and our farm ranch name is Green Pastures Cattle Co.
And what I love is that you're also from Wisconsin, but you say ag.
She can say it.
She can
What
say
happened
it.
to me?
Annaliese, there's a lot. We can go down this rabbit hole. No, I'm just kidding. And I feel so comfortable with you, Annaliese, to say that because I got to film an episode of FarmHer with you
Yeah.
last season, and that was super fun.
It was.
But they just did their podcast here on stage at Farm Progress with, you know, a raging crowd, and people were sharing inappropriate stories. One is an RFD employee, Jomo. What? Yeah, what? I don't know what that was about, but okay, let's take it back first. So tell us how like you guys came together and decided to start the podcast.
Yeah, so we've both been sharing our stories online for quite a while. And we're kind of, I don't know, chit-chatting back and forth on Instagram. And then I hosted an event for women in agriculture. Courtney came. We started drinking and talking. And I said, you know what? I think maybe one day I'll have a podcast. And she said, if you do, I'd like to be your co-host. And
And I was mostly joking. Like,
You're like, I didn't really mean it. Here we are.
I just thought like, oh, she'll just probably forget about it. But then she was like, no, let's
see,
do
I
this.
am one of those people, if you're like, we should hang out, and you know, like it's the polite, we should hang out. I'm like, yeah, let me get out my calendar. And they're like, shoot, I actually don't want to hang out with you.
You're like, I'm busy. Okay, well then how did the name come about? Because that's what's really cool. I feel like it's really unique.
I just felt like or maybe I should speak for myself. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, just kind of okay. Like I'm the most okayest farmer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You liked it. It just stuck. It seemed so fitting.
Right. We were trying to think of something that encompasses all women in agriculture, because the purpose of our podcast is we just really want all women in agriculture to feel heard and seen and empowered to share their own farm story. And it's like, you don't have to be the best of the best. You don't have to be perfect to do it. You can just be okay and still have a story to share.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I did not grow up in the country. So I started my farm journey in like 2019. My husband's a third or fourth generation farmer, but I'm first generation. And so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's okay.
And that is okay. Okayest.
Okay.
Well, and I think that's cool too, because you guys do a really good job. I thought I almost lost my note cards. On like sharing your lives and behind the scenes of what takes place on the farm and just like who you guys are on social media. Talk about that and kind of that journey and really how you filter, like, do I share this? Do I not? Like, you know, social media is a weird place.
It is.
Share everything.
Yeah. But it's funny because like it's share everything, but also you can keep your own certain things private. You know, we definitely encourage people to talk about more than just agriculture because we're all more than just farmers, right? We have all these different hobbies and interests. And when you talk about all the stuff, that's how you kind of connect with people and then help bridge the gap from farm to table because that trust is there. They bonded with you over something else. And so we're always, sharing all the things. And I do share my kids, but Courtney doesn't, you know? But I think people still know you without you being like, here's my kids.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When I first started on social media, my name is Green Pastures Cattle Co. It's not like my username isn't like Courtney, whatever. So I was a little confused. Like, what do I share? Can I only share like about our beef, like promotional stuff about our beef and like a little bit of farm life? And it's just sort of evolved to me just doing like the weirder I got, I found like the more of a following, the more engagement, more of a community it built. So just be weird.
Right.
Just
it's funny.
be weird.
It's funny that you say like, you know, my name was the farm's name or your handle is the farm's name. So what do I share? Do I have to stick to just beef, to just cattle? And you progressively grew. And I kind of, when I started, it was the same, but opposite. I made it Mod Farm Chick because I didn't want it to be our farm's name because my husband, my father-in-law, like they were not on board. So I was like, it has to be my perspective.
Right.
And more about me and less about like just our farm.
Right.
Yeah, and I know when we were there, your husband, he was kind of like, this is her deal. I don't do the social media thing. We're like, are you a spy? Do you work for the CIA? You can tell us. Is Annaliese running the farm? What's happening? And he's like, well, she is, but no, I'm not a spy. And that's just not my thing. But I think it's cool, like the support, I mean, that you guys have. Because again, social media, it could get interesting. I'm going to say it that way because it's not always the nicest place sometimes when you're sharing a lot of your personal life and like what you're doing. And especially when it comes to land and animals and, you know, agriculture, all the things, right? People are crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Sure
a love-hate, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about your legacy, it's your passion, and then someone will just show up in your comment section and just tear you apart. But you just live to, or you learn to just move on. And
and you get so many positive, you know, comments and DMs that it's just so easy to focus on the negative, right? Like you take that to heart and then somebody sends you a really nice comment and you're like, yeah. You know,
You're like, I don't care, Joy, but hey, Karen, she really had something to say. I don't know about that. All right. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to play a little game and it's called Break the Ice. Okay. So both of you answer this one at a time, or in sync, whatever you guys like to do, you know. What's your weirdest habit?
Ooh. I don't know if this is my weirdest, but it is my husband's biggest pet peeve. I never put the caps on things tightly. So like seasoning, the peanut butter jar, I just kind of set it on top and then Tom goes to grab something and then it spills all over and he gets real mad.
You did that on the way here.
I did.
You're like, she had a gallon of water in the back and she's like, I didn't put the cap on that very tight. And so we're like going through the field. I'm like, it's just spraying water everywhere.
You know,
probably.
I just don't have time to put that cap on tight. I got other things to do. Yeah.
Busy.
Figure it out later.
What about you?
My weirdest?
You're like, I don't have one.
Yeah.
Annaliese, it's the weird one.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah, right.
My husband says that, like, I like sniffle a lot. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, you're lying. And then, but now that, like, you film content and you look back at the video, you're like, oh, yeah, I do.
I'm kind of mad you just said this because I have not noticed you doing that. Now I feel like I'm going to be hyper aware of you sniffing all the time.
It is super annoying. I'm sorry.
I'd be like, stop sniffing.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't breathe. Okay. I have asthma.
Get that checked out.
Asthma problems. Okay, wait, what's the weirdest like post you or reel or anything like that you've like put out where you are like, ooh, I even cringed myself?
Oh, gosh. I can't even pick one out. I feel like there's so many that I'm like, ugh, maybe I shouldn't have put that out there.
I did a fart reel.
Yeah.
And that's like the moment I found you on the interweb. I was like, this girl, instant follow.
It was like the reel was what I hear feeding calves, and it was like I had my earbuds in, so some Miranda Lambert was playing. But what anybody else would hear if they were walking by me feeding calves is probably like me farting.
Yeah. It was like the audio. It wasn't like actually her farting.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it?
We'll never know.
You
No, created it.
She recorded it and put it under the... Just kidding. We're just into our bodily functions up here. We're healthy with our bodies. I like that. Okay, guilty pleasure.
Ooh, Bravo TV. I love me some Housewives. I just trash television relaxes me.
I agree with you. I just started watching The Hunting Wives, so and then just some iced coffee or bubbler.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Okay, I heard you guys talk about the Hunting Wives when you were doing your show up here.
Yeah.
Spicy.
It
Good
is.
word to describe that spicy show.
It's very spicy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Well, not at all what I expected.
No.
Couldn't turn it off.
With Brittany Snow, like I thought she was a pretty reserved gal.
Yeah.
Let us just say, if you haven't watched it, they talk more than just about their bodily functions. Okay? It's a lot. Hidden talent.
Oh. Hidden talent. I'm not sure
I got
have one.
no talents.
Like I'm like, can I sing? No. Dance? Probably shouldn't.
I can't do any like cool party tricks.
No.
Nothing.
I bet you guys have one.
I mean, a fun fact, I wouldn't say I'm talented at this, but I did do like ballet back in high school, like point,
Yeah.
and that's kind of odd,
That's talent.
I think,
Yeah.
for a farm gal. I don't know. A little ballerina in me.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's a hidden talent for sure. Something that makes you guys laugh.
Oh, I don't know. So many things.
Everything makes me giggle.
Yeah. Awkward situations. I like to make people feel a little uncomfortable. Like questions, that makes me laugh. Courtney makes me laugh. The kids make me laugh. Like we're laughing all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you make me laugh, and like you're not even trying to be funny. It's just funny to me.
If you're not laughing, you're crying. I
Yeah.
will say this real quick to pause this little game. The chemistry between you guys is great, like in the sense of like you seem like really good friends, and how you guys met is interesting.
Yeah.
It's cool. Do you think the podcast has brought you closer and just really appreciated like each other as people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. Like we barely knew each other when we started this podcast.
Mm-hmm. And the beginning of the podcast was so bad just because we record it remotely. So we're both home and you're trying to figure out the technology of it. And then there's like a delay because rural internet. And then, you're trying to have a conversation with somebody who's kind of new. But then we went on the farm cruise this winter and had a few margaritas and really just, dug deep into our relationship. We got spilled all the tea on everything, leading
We
up till today.
dumped on each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so going
tequila,
forward,
tequila, spill the tea.
Yep.
yes.
Tell us everything. Wait, that's fun. I mean, everybody needs a little drink. We should have had some drinks up here. I don't know what we were thinking. I'll blame Jenna on that one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite condiment to use in excess?
Oh my gosh. This is maybe a hot take. I'm not a big condiment person. My sisters come over to my house and they are just aghast about the lack of condiments in my refrigerator door. I think I have ranch, barbecue, ketchup, and I don't really care to use them myself.
So you're eating a hamburger, cheeseburger dry.
I mean, I will put ketchup on it, but like not in
Chicken
excess.
strips, not dipping it in anything.
Not a dipper from a chicken.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
I love a sauce.
Yeah.
Any sauce.
What's your favorite sauce?
I like guacamole.
Is that a sauce?
Is that a sauce?
Does that qualify? I don't know.
I said dip.
Okay, fine. Ranch.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
ranch. A homemade ranch.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do like a supper club ranch.
Yeah.
Supper. Are you guys taking the time to make homemade ranch? Not you. You're not eating that.
And
I don't actually know how, but
Oh, but if someone's out there making homemade ranch, you'd like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Okay.
it.
If you I might know the answer to this one. What reality show would you participate on?
oh, housewives. Yeah, I would be an excellent housewife.
They should make like a farmer reality TV
RFD-TV.
show.
Hello.
We really missed the
We're
vote on
available.
Farmer Wants a Wife, right?
Yeah.
But we should really take the lead on Real Farm Housewives.
Yeah.
How would we title that? We got to figure that one out.
Housewives.
Yeah, it'd be tricky.
I would like to come in like Andy Cohen and have a whole sit down.
my gosh.
Guys, that would
Imagine.
be fun.
Yes.
We're on
We
to
could-
something.
yeah, we're on to something. Okay. We'll take this offline. Stay tuned for more. Now, a little more serious of a question. Has there been a really distinct moment of pride personally and then with the podcast?
Yeah, I feel like personally, just with my social media story in general, I think anytime I can influence someone else to share their story, or give them the courage or the confidence to do something they were too scared to do before, but then they saw me kind of do something and they're like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. That makes me feel very happy.
Yeah. The nice DMs that roll in. And just like me personally, like for our farm, just winning buckles for our breeding program
cool.
and just selling mounts.
Yeah.
For
Did you know?
I was like,
Pretty
wait, go
penny.
into this. Tell us.
Yeah, why didn't I mention this at all earlier? So
Okay, go ahead and tell them what you guys do, and then the Gavin Adcock thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. So we run a beef program. So Longhorn beef, I sell it at our store. And then what's the hide and the horns? My husband is a taxidermist. So like he'll make these big, beautiful shoulder mounts. And then I auction them on Facebook because it's free. And so we've been doing that. And Gavin Adcock showed up in my DMs. And I was like, don't freak out. Don't freak out.
I know. And I was like, Courtney, she just put them in the regular old Facebook auction group with everyone else.
Yeah,
and
I was like, you gotta join the group. You don't get it.
We
You
need
don't
a ticket.
You don't care who you are. You don't get any special privilege. Wait,
Pretty much.
so you just put them with the rest of us,
Uh-huh.
the regular people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I never talked to him again.
You really.
I would love concert tickets, though, if you are watching.
Gavin,
Send
That's
us
for
all,
you.
all three of us together.
wait, yeah. That's actually really funny that you're just like, I don't care. Here, this is how you do it. Get on in that Facebook group. Okay, this game is called FarmHer Chaos Edition. So, would you rather, scenarios tailored to your lives, sort cows with your in-laws or take toddlers to Tractor Supply alone?
Ooh, Lord Almighty.
Those are equally stressful.
I love my in-laws, but I don't know if I'd want to sort cattle with them. I'll take Lane to drop some dollar bills at the Tractor Supply.
I think I'm with you on that. Things get a little heated.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little dicey out there.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Speak at a women's ag conference, hungover or exhausted.
Exhausted.
I feel like I hungover. If I'm tired and I'm not like feeling the vibes, I'm probably worse. Like if I'm still in a good mood but like a little hungover and just be, oh guys, I'm hungover, all right? Like if you're honest, it's easier to rally. But if like you don't have an excuse to be tired.
You get the bubble guts, though, with the hangover.
I
Who
don't.
wants-
Running off the stage.
That's my
throwing up.
hidden talent. I don't get the bubble guts.
Ooh,
so
that is a
jealous.
hidden talent.
Yeah.
You're so lucky.
I know.
Record a podcast with no outline or no coffee.
I don't need the coffee.
I need the coffee.
I need a little outline.
So you need the outline, you need the coffee.
Mhm.
Okay. Shovel manure or clean out a diaper. Genie. I know what those are. I was like, how am I can't say this. I don't know. I don't have kids. I'm like, what is the thing?
I know. I will shovel shit.
I will shovel shit.
Oh, I still have PTSD from that diaper genie.
Yeah.
I remember we
Smelled so bad.
well, in twins, that thing was working overtime.
Ooh, you needed two. Ugh,
Yeah.
that'd smell even.
But we
yeah.
tried to bleach it and then like sit it outside, and it's just
Yeah.
the smell stuck.
Cow poop over human poop always.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh, note to self. Okay. This is the Okayest advice corner. So I'm going to give you a totally absurd but oddly relatable question. Okay. Like a listener question. And you have to give me their best Okayest advice.
Okay.
So how do I survive a family branding day without cussing or, working, in the
Yeah.
dairy with family?
Well, there's something called Irish coffee, and you put a little booze in that coffee.
Like, are you saying to everybody else you just
Oh.
booze them up or yourself?
Well, that would work too. A little something to mellow yourself out. And I think you got to have a game plan going in. You got to know, look, this is probably going to be rough. There's a lot of, what's it called? Chiefs. Like everybody wants to be the boss.
Yeah. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Huh?
I just say curse away. Like, my husband and I, like, walk away from working cattle. Like, whatever was said in the barn, just forget about it.
Yeah.
Leave it in the barn.
Leave it in there.
It
Doesn't
happens.
mean anything.
Yeah.
And it goes both
good of
ways.
you.
Like, we're both yelling at each other.
You're like, I'm actually not leaving it in the barn, but I'm making sure he does. And Annaliese is the one spiking the punch at the school dance. Okay. Can I feed my kids cereal for dinner 3 nights in a row?
Ooh.
3 nights is a little. I get the guilt.
I don't
guilty.
want anybody to think that I am like a really hoity-toity mom, but I don't even buy cereal. I don't like cereal. I don't think it's a nutritious breakfast. There's no protein.
You cook them like a full breakfast every morning?
I do.
Who are you?
I know. I'm going to get so much hate for that.
No, that's
Wow, that's
good
impressive.
for you. It's good for your kids.
Sorry.
No Pop-Tarts.
No Pop-Tarts. Nope.
Oh, no Pop-Tarts, no cereal. They're going to go to college and be like, I've never tried mac and cheese from a box.
I do buy that. I do buy
They're like, Kraft, never heard of it.
that.
How do I hide from guests in a house that has no doors?
Go get you some doors. A house with no doors.
What about the bathroom situation?
Back to
I
the
usually
bathroom
hide in
situation.
the bathroom, like, from my family. Like, if I just need a moment, that's where I'm at.
You're hiding in the bathroom?
Yeah.
That's where you're
I
going.
think otherwise, yeah, just run outside. Hide in the barn.
There you go.
Also known as running away.
Yeah.
Annaliese is now running away from her family and friends. Is it okay to cry in the tractor? Like often?
Where else are you going to cry? I mean,
Cry anywhere.
yeah.
Let it out.
Let her rip.
They mean that in more ways than one. Okay, this one is okayest or overachiever. So I'm going to give you a real life farm or mom scenario, and you decide whether it's okayest vibes or if someone was being a total overachiever.
Ooh, this is fun.
Packing a color-coded lunch with themed napkins.
Color-coded.
Overachiever.
Overachiever.
But
That's not okay material. What do you do?
But when the kids did first start going to school, I did like buy the cute like lunch boxes that have the different compartments and leave a little note in there, and I bought the cute little pics. But real quick, you realize this is dumb, and I don't
That's
have
just
time
like
for
a
this.
couple day thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's hot lunch all the time.
There you go.
Yeah, you're like, you're eating whatever school's serving.
Yeah.
I like that. Wearing the same pair of leggings 4 days in a row.
Oh yeah. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
We're here for it.
DIYing a farmhouse sign from pallet wood.
Yes. DIY, all the things.
Shop it on Etsy. But you're crafty. I'm not. I don't have time for crafts. They make me mad.
She's cooking that breakfast.
Yeah, I don't have
she's
time for
busy
crafts.
making a full breakfast.
Continental breakfast over there. She does not have time for crafting. Showing up to school pickup on horseback.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
We've brought in the truck and trailer before. Like, you're in the middle of hauling cows, and it's like, oh, time to get the kids. You roll on through, but they think it's cool.
I remember that's how I moved into college. Truck
Yeah.
and trailer. And I mean, granted, where I grew up, it's like more of an ag rural area, but some people, and then I like moved into the sorority house and it was a truck and trailer, and people were like, a lot of those girls were not, and they were like, what?
What
I
is
was like,
Did
If
your
it's
dad at
hot.
least clean the trailer out?
kinda. Not that much though. Not like good enough.
Right.
So yeah. Making homemade sourdough during harvest.
Oh, I'm a sourdough lady.
Yeah.
Make a loaf a week.
Do you really?
I do.
So that's another trend that you kind of, or like, I say another one, but that's
Yeah.
a trend that you hopped on.
Like, I like it.
Challenging though.
Yeah, it is
It
at
tastes
first.
good too.
But now I kind of once you figure it out, I think it's very overwhelming at first, but
But
now
you've gotten the hang of it.
Yeah.
So you're good. Okay, as more people are trickling in, I'll tailor our questions a little bit more to where we're at and what we're doing. But we're here at Farm Progress. Talk a little bit about why you feel it is important, both of you, obviously, to use your voices to speak up for, women in agriculture or agriculture in general.
Yeah, like we kind of mentioned, we really believe that everyone in agriculture has a story to share and needs to share it, because I think it's so easy to see someone online with a bunch of followers. Oh, they're going to share the good word. They've got it. I don't need to do my part. But if you can help just one person think differently or do differently, like, that's going to make an impact. And you have to think that way. Like, are we going to change the world? No. But if you could change the world for one person, like, that's huge.
Right. I mean, and we all story tell differently. So, like, what's relatable on my page, maybe some people don't get it, but they relate to you better.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it takes, everyone sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes all kinds to share. And I think I've even recognized that with doing FarmHer and Rancher, women specifically are able to share, and not to take away from any of the men in the crowd, so I'm not pointing out, but women kind of share the story a little bit more at ease than men. Like, they're a little more reserved when it comes to talking about the realities on the farm, highs, lows, goods, bads, all of that. Have you seen that, especially over time, just being a female yourself, being on the ranch or farm, and then also talking to other women in that space?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think, and that's kind of one of the reasons too we wanted to start the podcast, is we wanted to continue to build our community of rural women, and talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and just let women know they're not alone. We're all going through it.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to speak specifically to you, Annaliese, and just on, but actually both of you can talk about this too. With, there's fluctuations always in like the dairy industry, and you've had to ride those waves with your family. They've been in it for a long time. Your family, you've seen it all. When there is a downturn in markets and things like that, I mean, how do you stay positive on your own social media to kind of keep, spirits high for others that are watching?
Yeah.
And listening to you?
I think humor is how I do it. Like, hey, I'm really miserable right now. Look at me trying to smile through it. And I think that's relatable, because everybody tries to put on a brave face or a front. But the reality is, like, we all go through ups and downs, and you have to remember, like, we're not doing this for the money. We are farming and ranching because it is a lifestyle. It is something we do. And that's why we keep going, year after year.
Yeah, laughter truly is the best medicine. It's relatable. It's just a breath of fresh air sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not laughing, you're crying.
Right. For real.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what else you're doing if you're not doing one of those, but good for you. I mean, but for you too, like, just first generation, you said, and then, with your husband, third generation, like all that. I mean, what was that like, kind of stepping in and, I don't know, finding your place, finding your role?
It was very interesting. I never even considered it because I don't know. I wasn't raised on the farm. I knew nothing. And just the more responsibilities I took on, the more I loved it and really like enjoyed this whole lifestyle. And I mean, we started in 2019. We started Green Pastures Cattle Co. and brought home our first Longhorns. And when Aaron had mentioned he wanted to get into Longhorns, I was just like, yeah, go for it, do it. And I just kind of thought that was going to be his thing. And I was in healthcare, but I quit healthcare so that I could do this full time because I love it so much.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's pretty cool.
It is. I feel like a big piece of your story that you should share is that you were so nervous to leave your healthcare job because for years everyone told you you need that insurance, you need, you need this job off the farm. But once you quit and invested all your time into what you were truly passionate about, like the farm is now more profitable than ever.
Right. Yeah. So we ended up financially actually doing better with me leaving my job. And then, yeah, the health insurance thing, I feel like it was a lie.
That is a big thing. I mean, I think it's interesting. My family, they're farmers, and so they've been self-employed their whole lives, right? And they both came from farming families. And so my mom was really adamant that us three daughters went to school and had a job because she's like, get that direct deposit, if you can. And it's just kind of a different mindset, but I mean, she loves her, like my family loves their life. And like, it's just so different when, she goes, I just want you guys, if you do want to come back to farming or agriculture and ranching, all that, but having that safety net. I saw that worry in my mom's, eyes for us growing up and compared to my dad was like, do whatever. Like you always figure it out. There's gonna, it's going to be a new season. Next year, always. Right. And so it's always an interesting thing. And you guys mentioned this a little bit earlier, obviously. Farmers, ranchers, they do this not to be rich. And I think sometimes that's one of the largest misconceptions. But it also, whether it's a lifestyle choice, it's, passion, they love what they're doing, it still is a business. You guys are running businesses. So obviously you need to make some money to pay the bills and put food on the table.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a fine line that you kind of walk when people are like, but I thought you did it because you love it. Well, it's like, well, yeah, you have to because you're, but you still have to make money. Yeah. Do you ever get those people that kind of say that to you?
Yep. I once had a comment that was someone mad that I was raising cattle for beef. And they were like, people will literally pay you to not, take your animals to slaughter or whatever. And I was like, that is not a sustainable option. Like, Linda, your $5 donation is not going to go far.
Sorry, Linda.
Sorry, Linda. It's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
So, but there's just so many ways you can take agriculture, and there's so many different side hustles and opportunities.
Yeah. That's a great word right there, I think, for this industry. It is an industry full of opportunity. And we always tell anybody that's young, whether they want to get into farming, ranching, or work in the industry in any capacity, there's so much opportunity for them to do that. I know a lot of the times when we go to like FFA convention and kids are like, they were touched by their ag teacher so that they live in the city, they didn't know anything, and they might not show an animal, but they, got involved in the engineering side of things, and obviously wood shop and all those things, welding, you name it. But I'm like, you can go on and still be in agriculture, and your family doesn't have to own an acre or anything, right? You could be in the policy side of things. You could be a seed salesman.
And we need all of those kinds of people,
Right.
It goes back to like everybody has a story to share.
So when you guys are here, like at Farm Progress, and you're walking around, you see that, right? You see all these companies coming together, spending a week here in Decatur, Illinois, and literally for the betterment of the world, because people have to eat and people have to put clothes on their body.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo, good.
Farmers feed.
Yep.
Farmers feed. Goosebumps over here. Okay, we're going to lighten it up again. We got serious for a minute. Sorry about that.
Very unlike us.
Very unlike you guys. Okay, this one's okay, but let's be real. So just finish the sentence. It's a game. Then invite some classic vulnerability, but meets humor. I pretend not to hear my kids yelling because
I don't want to deal with their dumb shit.
I'm tired.
Tired.
Leave me alone.
It's probably not important, whatever they're crying about.
They love to interrupt the podcast recording.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
I love
They
it.
just got to get on that camera and see
Yeah.
what's going on. That's also their prime time for tears, fights, emergencies.
Yep.
You know, I
All
don't
the
know.
things.
Yes.
Should you guys just like let them record their own one time and see what they have to say?
Give it to the kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
Just
love
about
that.
like,
cute.
yeah, moms doing it. They're like, what do you think they talk about on this?
That'd be so funny and entertaining.
That would be good. The thing that broke me this week was
Ooh. Not to get serious again, but I felt little Lane. We went camping with some friends. He's 7 and he's like into football, but the boys that we went camping with, I mean, they play football. And he was feeling really left out because they were better than him and like not really including him, and that just broke my heart.
Oh.
I just wanted him to feel, you know,
yeah.
includes tough.
Mine didn't really break me, but before I left for here, one of my favorite cows is sick. Just worried about her.
Yeah.
She's about to give birth and I hope she's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Not to go off on that for a minute. Sorry, guys. If I could outsource one farm chore forever.
Ooh. It's not a farm chore that I have to do anymore, but growing up, we had cattle guards and feed would get down there, flies, maggots. It was
Stinky.
disgusting. And for some reason, my dad always gave me that chore when he knew I had been out late the night before, and that I still
Did
have.
that on purpose.
Uh-huh.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Mine is cleaning the chicken coop.
Ooh.
Chicken poop is just like the grossest poop.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah.
always dusty in there. Feel like I'm inhaling like chicken shit.
Literally. You,
Yeah.
you literally kind of are, you know? My version of self-care looks like
Ooh. Whiskey, Cheez-Its, Housewives. Have I made that clear yet? That I really like whiskey and watching the Housewives?
the triple effect right
Yep.
there.
Oh, mine would just be taking a shower.
Like moment of silence to myself.
Basic hygiene for Courtney.
Sitting in silence and basic hygiene.
The normal things people do, you know, like brush their teeth, get to comb their hair.
Courtney's self-care.
No one of you like to lock yourself in the bathroom and hide from people.
You know, it's
your only
a
time.
tranquil place.
It's the only time. Well, again, so for anybody that's, you know, sitting out here or that is watching this and listening to it, driving down the road in the tractor on YouTube, I don't know what, eating Cheez-Its, having a whiskey, taking a shower. What would you want them to know about each of you individually and then also doing the podcast?
Ooh. I don't know. Just that we're here. If you are someone out there who's like been wanting to share your story, wants to like spitball ideas, like we're your girls.
Yeah.
Let us know.
If you have a confession that you just want to get off your chest, you can call us. You
Yeah.
can leave it as a voicemail.
Right.
And we'll play it for everyone to hear.
We are your hype girls. That's what we want
Yes.
everyone to know.
I like that. Okay, and so if they just heard that right now that you guys are kind of obviously attainable and they can get in contact
Yeah.
with you guys, how do they do that and where do they listen? Drop all the handles, say all the
Okay.
things. Holly's going to love me for that because then we got to tag it.
Well, the podcast Eggs Most Okayest Farm Girls, you can listen wherever you find podcasts. We are Okayest Farm Girls on Instagram and Facebook. And then my personal handle is Mod Farm Chick.
At Green Pastures Cattle is mine. And you can find the links to leaving confessions on either of our pages.
Yeah. And we have a bunch of merch that we want you to go shop. Please help fund our podcast. And so that's on farmfocus.com. And we have a link for that too within the podcast and on Instagram, all that.
I love that. They have a really cool koozie. I stole one from them in the back and I can't wait to put a Corona in it.
Boy,
Or,
boo.
you know, White Claw, High Noon, you name
Yeah.
it, whatever. Any kind of beverage.
If it fits, it sips.
If it fits, it sips. I like that. Okay, we like to end the podcast because it's Dirt Diaries. So, you know, we were digging in right now, getting dirty, talking about dirty things, you know, all the things. But if you had a diary and you can write a journal entry in it right now for your future self to read, what would you want it to say?
I'd say, girl, you're doing a good job.
Yeah. Like, just, we say this every time we do anything. It's like, look at us. Who would have thought? You know, not me. But it's all because we got started. And so I think it's just good to remind yourself, like, what seed you plant today is going to grow into something bigger and better before you know it. So, like, do the thing, get started, get weird, put yourself out there, and see what happens.
You heard it here. I like that. All right. Well, everyone in the crowd, give it up for Ag's Okayest Farm Girls.
This girl, I like her.
I like it.
Yeah, I like your energy.
We love that. Thank you, guys. I mean, we got dirty. We dug in on Dirt Diaries. Do you guys have any questions for them up here?
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
See, I would, Dear Diary, write that down.
Yes. Yes.
She's all added P.S. Diary. I'm
Yeah.
favorite podcast. That's awesome. Thank you for including that. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on Dirt Diaries.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. See you later, Farm Progress. Just kidding. We'll be back here tomorrow. That's it for today's episode of Dirt Diaries, where the women of Ag leave no story untold. If you loved what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone else. Until next time, keep showing up, speaking out, and getting your hands dirty.